Okay, so today I want to tell you a little bit about discriminants. And the idea basically goes something like this. So suppose that you have a quadratic equation, maybe like 3x squared plus 2x minus 5 equals 0, and you want to go to solve it. Well, when you go to solve it, you're going to say x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a. But the point is this: when you go to solve this, there's going to be something that shows up inside here, right? And that's going to tell you what types of solutions you're going to have. It's going to allow you to discriminate, or like to actually determine what types of solutions you're going to have. So if you take negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4, and that's going to be minus 4 times 3 is 12 times 5 is 60, so it's plus 60, all over 2 times 3, which is 6. Which is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 68 all over 6. Now the point is this: the square root of 68 is a real number. And since it's a real number, the solutions that we're going to get one from adding that real number, one from subtracting that real number, so the solutions, we're going to have two real solutions. So one neat thing about the quadratic equations is that you can determine what types of solutions you're going to have before you even have them. And where it comes from is it comes from this square root. So notice that we're going to take the square root of b squared minus 4ac when we go to solve. So b squared minus 4ac, we're going to take the square root of that. If b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, what's going to end up happening is we're going to take the square root and it's going to give us a negative number. But when we take the square root of a negative number, we're going to get a complex number, or something with I in it. So this is going to give me two complex solutions. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, then when we add it or when we subtract it, there will be no difference. So it's going to give me one real solution. And if b squared plus minus 4ac is greater than 0, then it will be a real number when we take its square root. So it's going to be two real solutions. So the discriminant is something that allows us to determine what types of solutions we're going to get before we even go through and actually solve. So let me show you an example how we would use this. So suppose that I have 2x squared minus 3x plus 7. The discriminant is going to be b squared, negative 3 squared, minus 4 times a times c, which is equal to 9 minus 4 times 2 is 8 times 7 is 56, which is equal to negative 47. So it would give me two complex solutions based on this discriminant. So before I even go to solve this, I know that I'm going to have two complex solutions. Now, if this is corresponding to some type of story problem that only allows real solutions, what it actually tells me before I even solve it is that there is no solution. Or what if I have something like this: x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Then the discriminant is 2 squared minus 4 times a times c, which is equal to 0, so there's only one real solution. And that's because this one factors into x plus 1 times x plus 1, and they both yield x equal to negative 1. There's only one real solution. So the discriminant allows us to determine that before we even go through and actually work out the problem.